You know that feeling, don't you? That sudden gut punch of panic.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you're juggling, I don't know, a laptop bag and a coffee, and your key just snaps right there in the
That's
lock.
the worst.
Or you're trying to lock up for the night, your front door just, it won't catch, it won't engage.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you've just stepped out, heard that click, and well, there are your keys,
Mm-hmm.
sitting on the table inside, mocking you.
Yep, been there. That instant shift from feeling secure to, well, totally exposed.
Exactly. And it's even more jarring if you're standing on a busy, really high-profile street.
It's more than just inconvenient, isn't it? It's like immediate vulnerability, and it always happens when you least expect it.
Precisely. Now imagine that whole scenario unfolding in, say, one of London's most prestigious spots, Mayfair.
Right.
You're maybe near the elegant Burlington Arcade,
Yeah.
or close to Berkeley Square, maybe just off Grosvenor Street somewhere.
Yep, iconic places.
And suddenly, you don't just need any locksmith. You need the right one, and you need them, like, now. So who do you actually call, and what should you really expect?
Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. We've gone through a whole load of sources, articles, local listings, custom reviews, you name it.
Okay.
And we've tried to pull out the really important bits of knowledge, the key insights. Our mission really is to guide you through handling those exact emergencies in Mayfair.
Giving you a shortcut.
Yeah, a shortcut to being properly informed about who to call and, crucially, why you'd choose them over someone else.
So whether it's, I don't know, a key stuck fast in a lock, or maybe you need a safe opened urgently for some critical document.
Or even those modern UPVC front doors, when they just won't lock properly.
Right. By the end of this, you should walk away with a much clearer picture of the locksmith landscape in this pretty unique part of London.
We want you to feel empowered, not overwhelmed, especially when your security is suddenly on the line.
And Mayfair itself, it's not just another London postcode, is it? It really has its own distinct set of demands, its own challenges when it comes to locks and security.
It really does. I mean, beyond the obvious luxury, Mayfair's this dynamic mix, isn't it? High-end homes, busy businesses, constant city buzz.
Absolutely. Think about Shepherd Market or the energy around Piccadilly, those super exclusive shops on Bond Street.
Yeah.
It's not just residential. It's a global hub for commerce, tourism, some seriously prestigious addresses.
And that unique environment translates directly into, well, incredibly diverse security needs. It's quite something.
Okay.
Well, you've got these beautiful, historic Georgian townhouses. They often have quite traditional locks, right? They need a careful touch.
Okay.
But then right next door, practically, you might have a sleek, modern luxury apartment with advanced smart locks.
Big difference.
Huge difference. And then throw in boutique hotels needing really robust, reliable security for guests and their own assets. It's a real mixed bag for any locksmith working there.
So because of that mix, the kinds of lock problems people in Mayfair face are really varied, too.
Exactly. Our sources show common things range from needing a simple front door lock repair after years of use.
Standard wear and tear.
Right. All the way to the really critical job of changing all the locks when you move into a new place.
Essential step.
Absolutely essential. And then, of course, there's the classic lockout. Almost always urgent.
Always seems to happen at the worst possible time.
Doesn't it? But beyond those immediate fixes, we're also seeing quite a lot of demand for, total security overhauls.
Ah, okay. So upgrades.
Yeah, especially for new properties or maybe just bringing existing systems up to scratch. The good news, though, for anyone in those SW1 and W1 postcodes covering Mayfair is that the area is really well served. Lots of experienced pros ready to jump in.
Okay, good to know. So let's start unpacking this. Let's spotlight some of these key players. First up, we looked at Locksmith for London. They seem to stand out for, a very specific and pretty vital reason.
Yeah, what's really interesting here is how they position themselves. They're basically pitched as the top choice for genuinely affordable emergency locksmith help in Mayfair.
Affordable in Mayfair? That does sound unusual.
It does. And look, for many people, especially when an unexpected emergency hits, cost is a massive factor, often the first factor.
Right. And our sources highlight their prices actually starting from just $29. I mean, finding that kind of price point for an emergency call out in such an exclusive area, that's pretty striking.
It really is. But, crucially, affordability here doesn't seem to mean cutting corners on expertise. That's key.
Okay, so how do we know that?
Well, their engineers are MLA qualified. Now, an MLA qualification, it's much more than just a sticker on a van.
Right.
It means they adhere to a strict code of conduct, ongoing training, ethical practices, all set by the Master Locksmiths Association. It's basically your strongest shield against, dodgy cowboy locksmiths,
Which is vital if you're letting someone into your home or business.
especially in a high-value area like Mayfair. Absolutely. And these aren't rookies. They're professionals with over 15 years experience.
Okay, that's a huge plus. Experience and affordability. What about speed? Emergencies are usually about speed.
That's another thing that jumped out. The sources really emphasize their swift 204/7 response. They're talking arrival times of just 20 minutes across Mayfair and the neighboring postcodes.
20 minutes. Wow. When you're locked out, that kind of speed isn't just nice to have, it's a massive relief.
It truly is. And that rapid response, combined with their expertise, makes them incredibly versatile.
So they can handle different kinds of jobs.
Yeah, the sources give examples like they can handle repairing a quite delicate door handle lock in a fancy apartment off Berkeley Street.
Right, needing care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they can also do a robust front door lock barrel replacement on one of those older historic townhouses near Piccadilly.
You mentioned lock barrel replacement. Can you quickly explain what that actually is for those of us not in the know?
Sure. So the barrel, or sometimes called the cylinder, it's the core part of the lock. It's where you actually put your key in.
Okay.
It's a really common part that needs replacing, maybe because a key snapped off inside it, or it's just worn out and getting stiff to turn.
Makes sense.
Or, very importantly, if you want a quick security boost without replacing the entire lock mechanism, it's a very practical, very frequent job for locksmiths.
I see. Good to know. And it sounds like with Locksmith for London, it's not just about the fix itself. They focus on the whole experience.
That's right. They're also praised for being transparent. Clear quotes, apparently no hidden fees, and they back up their work with a full 1-year guarantee.
That builds trust, doesn't it? Whether you just need a simple lock change or something much more complex for your home or, your business.
Definitely. And what's also interesting is their reach. While we're focusing on Mayfair today, the research shows they cover a much wider area of London, places like Battersea, Chelsea, Islington, Kensington.
Okay, so they're not just a small local outfit.
No, it suggests a pretty robust, well-established service that operates across quite a bit of the city. Probably means consistent quality, too.
Right. Now, let's explore maybe a slightly different angle, a different approach to locksmith services, one with a unique advantage. This brings us to Mayfair Lock and Safe Co. Ltd. What's their key differentiator?
Okay, so their big thing is being hyper-local. They are, literally the closest local team to Green Park Station.
Right in the heart of Mayfair, then.
Exactly, smack bang in the middle.
Yeah.
And that proximity, it's not just about being physically close. It often means they have a deeper, maybe more immediate grasp of the specific local buildings and security quirks right there.
So if you, say, step off the tube at Green Park, realize your keys are missing, they're not just likely the quickest to get to you, but maybe they already know the kind of lock on your building.
Precisely. That strategic location means they tend to serve those prestigious addresses, the boutique hotels, the classic Mayfair flats right around that area.
Mm-hmm.
They built a reputation for prompt professional service specifically for that clientele.
Okay. And what sort of solutions are they known for? Does that local focus mean they specialize in particular jobs?
Well, our sources say they handled the full range, really new door lock installations, the crucial lock changes when someone moves, but also those trickier, more intricate jobs, like when an internal door lock mechanism breaks. They seem particularly skilled around Green Park and Piccadilly for those kinds of detailed repairs.
An internal door lock mechanism broken job. That sounds quite specific. What might that actually involve? Can you elaborate a bit?
Sure. Often this refers to the complex bits inside the door that connect the handle to the bolt. Think about mortise locks or sash lock mechanisms.
Right.
When those internal parts fail, maybe the door won't latch properly or the handle just spins uselessly. Fixing them takes a specialist skill to take things apart, repair, or replace bits, all without damaging the door or the frame.
Which could be extra challenging in those older heritage properties you find in Mayfair.
Exactly. It sounds like they really have that deep understanding of the security setups in the historic buildings and high-end properties in that specific little pocket of Mayfair.
So real local expertise.
Yes, that deep-rooted local knowledge definitely earns them praise in the Mayfair community. And they're known for a straightforward approach to pricing, which people appreciate.
But, I sense a but.
Well, yes. It's important to flag a key insight here. Our sources explicitly mention that some say their prices are high.
Ah, okay, so that gives us a really clear contrast.
It does.
if pure affordability is your absolute #1 priority in an emergency, Locksmith for London seems like the first call.
Based on the sources, yes.
But if you're right near Green Park, maybe in a classic old building, and you value that ultra-local expertise, especially for a fiddly internal mechanism or respecting the property,
Then Mayfair Lock and Safe Co. Ltd. could be your preferred choice, even if it might cost a bit more than the budget options.
it's about weighing things up, isn't it? Especially in a panic, or maybe when you're planning an upgrade that needs specific local knowledge.
Exactly. You need to know the trade-offs.
All right, let's shift focus again. Let's look at our third spotlight, Vertex Vault Locksmiths. Where do they fit into this Mayfair picture?
Okay, Vertex Vault. They're uniquely positioned just steps away from Piccadilly. And their specialization is interesting because it covers both immediate emergency calls and planned security upgrades.
Ah, so a bit of both worlds.
Exactly. That duality makes them quite versatile for the Mayfair market. They cater to the urgent, oh no moments, but also the proactive, let's improve things planning.
So which specific areas are they focused on?
Their main catch seems to be properties along Dover Street, Old Bond Street, Jermyn Street, Piccadilly itself, Park Lane, and the surrounding Mayfair landmarks.
Again, quite a concentrated local focus within Mayfair. Familiarity with the patch.
Precisely. Ensures they know the typical property types well.
And the kinds of jobs they handle. Similar to the others, or do they have a niche that stands out?
Our sources paint them as highly versatile. People call them for everything from that common front door lock barrel replacement we talked about to things like UPVC door repairs. And those can often be quite complex, needing very specific expertise.
Right. You mentioned UPVC door repairs. For anyone not familiar, what is a UPVC door, and why might it need special attention compared to, say, an old wooden door?
Good question. UPVC is that plastic material unplasticized polyvinyl chloride. Very common now, durable, good insulation.
Okay.
But the key thing is they usually have multi-point locking systems. So bolts engage at several points along the frame, not just one central lock.
Ah, I see. More complex.
Much more complex. So if a UPVC door isn't locking right, maybe it's misaligned or the internal gearbox has failed, you really need a specialist who understands how all those points work together. It's not really a job for a general handyman or even every locksmith.
Got it. I'm thinking about moving. When you move into a new place in Mayfair, whether it's a modern flat or maybe a historic building near Green Park, changing the locks is surely top of the list. Do Vertex Vault handle that?
Absolutely. They are specifically mentioned for providing a comprehensive service for changing locks when you move into a new home.
Good.
And beyond that, they're also skilled in fitting more advanced locking systems. This suggests they can handle sophisticated security solutions, not just standard repairs.
Okay.
Apparently, they can sort out door locks from the inside or even deal with things like broken window mechanisms smoothly.
And what about pricing clarity, especially if you're getting advanced systems fitted?
Yes, sources highlight they provide transparent quotes. That, plus their reputation for arriving quickly and working precisely, makes them a solid choice for both emergencies and those more complex planned upgrades in their service area.
Okay. So, listener, let's try and pull this all together. What does this mean for you? How do you connect these dots and pick the right locksmith for your specific Mayfair situation?
Yeah, if we look at the bigger picture, it really does boil down to your immediate priorities and the exact circumstances, doesn't it? Each of these locksmiths offers something distinct, a compelling reason to choose them.
Right. So if budget and speed are absolutely paramount, maybe it's 3 a.m., you're locked out, and money's tight locksmith for London looks like your go-to.
Their affordability, that $29 non-starting price, and the 20-minute, 247 response time. It makes them a very strong option for a whole range of common lock problems.
Okay, makes sense.
However, if you're located right near Green Park Station, perhaps in a classic Mayfair building, and what you really value is that deep, hyper-local expertise.
Especially for a complex internal lock or maybe respecting a heritage property.
Exactly. Then Mayfair Lock and Safe Co. Ltd. could be an excellent choice. Just be aware, as we said, that their specialist local knowledge might come with a higher price tag compared to the more budget-focused guys.
Got it. And then for people around Piccadilly, especially if you need both emergency help and you're thinking about proactive security upgrades.
Like fitting advanced locks on a new home or needing complex UPVC door solutions.
Yeah.
Then Vertex Vault Locksmiths seems ideal. Their specialism in both rapid response and planned improvements, plus the transparent quotes, makes them a strong contender, especially if you're looking to seriously upgrade your security.
So this really brings up a wider point for you, the listener, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Beyond just knowing who to call, What general good practices should you always keep in mind when choosing any locksmith?
Yeah, I think our deep dive today implicitly highlights these, actually. You should always look for transparent quotes, no nasty surprises with hidden fees.
Definitely.
Look for clear guarantees on their work.
Hmm.
Check for demonstrable experience, maybe through qualifications like the MLA we discussed.
Hmm.
And of course, reliably prompt response times, especially in an emergency. Those are really the hallmarks of a trustworthy, reliable service.
Well, there you have it. Hopefully, you now feel a bit more equipped. You've got specific names. You understand their unique strengths for dealing with locksmith issues in Mayfair.
Yeah, no more just fumbling in panic when that key snaps or the door refuses to lock.
You should now have the knowledge to make a really informed decision right when security matters most.
And maybe that leads us to just one final thought for you to ponder. Beyond simply fixing a broken lock, how does actually understanding the nuances of these local security services contribute to your overall sense of safety, your feeling of control?
That's interesting. It's not just about reacting, is it?
Exactly. It's maybe also about proactively protecting your valuable assets, your home, your business, and ultimately your peace of mind in an area as dynamic, as valuable, and sometimes as vulnerable as Mayfair.